Hey everybody. Now, welcome to the vocabulary lesson. Now, we're going to be talking about collision and collide. And so collision means an instance of one moving object or person striking violently against another. A mid-air collision between two aircraft. Similar: crash, accident, bump, knock, impact, hit, strike, clash, smash. RTA, road traffic, accident, wreck, smash up, pile up, prang, shunt. Computing, an event of two or more records being assigned the same identifier or location. In memory, an instance of conflict between opposing ideas, interests, or factions. A collision between experience and theory. Collision means when two things collide to each other. There was a collision on the road, which means an accident. The two cars bang into each other. Collision means an accident. The two cars bang into each other. This is a car here and a car here. They bang right to each other. I'm going to show you guys this as for example. Okay? So here we go. So I have this car here and this car here. Okay? Hold on for 1 second, folks. Okay. All right, here we go. Collision means when you hit someone, when you got into a car accident. I had a collision with the car, see? This is what I was talking about, see? In the car here and go boom. See? Those cars had crashed into each other. That's what that means. Just gonna pull up a little bit closer. There's a car here, okay? So here we go. Collision means when something comes into contact or impacts with something else, oftentimes very rough. The two cars got into a collision, see? The two cars got into a collision. See, this is what it did here. Like, boom. See? Accident right there. And again, cars right here. Shoot. Okay, cars. See? Accident right there. This is how it happened on the street. When people don't pay attention, or maybe somebody might be talking on their phone or text, you know, see? That's what a collision is. An accident right there. Collision means when you hit something. Collision, an instance of one moving object or person striking violently against another. I saw a head-on collision between two cars on the highway. Collision means when one object collides one another. I was texting on my phone and caused a car collision. See? A car collision right there, see? Boom. And you see a lot of damage here. While that door was like dented, you know? That's what it is. Collision means a crash, see? This is what I was showing you. The crash, right? Boom. That's the crash, right? Right there. See? The crash. Boom. Right over here. They had a serious collision in the football game. Collision means an accident, hitting something. There was a collision outside on the street. See? There was a collision outside on the street right here. Collision means when two things are moving and they are coming towards each other and they bump into each other. They collide into each other, which means they bang into each other. They collide into each other, which means they bang into each other. So, they collide into each other, which means they bang into each other. They collide into each other, which means they bang into each other. They collide into each other, which means they bang into each other. That's what it is. They collide into each other, which means they bang into each other. And again, they collide into each other, which means they bang into each other. They collide into each other, which means they bang into each other. One last time. They collide into each other, which means they bang into each other. Collision means when two objects collide together. When two objects moving at a fast pace come in contact with one another, normally coming in opposite directions. Collision means a one moving thing or when a person strikes violently against another. If you text and drive, you may cause a collision. The example of a collision is a car accident. See, look, there's a car accident right here. See? There's an accident right over here. Car accident. Boom. A car collision right there. Collision is a crash, a violent striking together of, e.g., something, whatever that is. Two vehicles, 10 people were injured in the collision between the bus and the car. Collision means it's an instance of colliding, collision, an accident that happens when two vehicles hit each other with force. See? An accident that happens when two vehicles hit each other, right? There. Just like right there. Boom. Wow. See? Collision. A collision means an accident. Collision means an accident that happens when two vehicles hit each other with force. With force. Like that. Okay? There has been a collision on the southbound stretch of the highway. Two drivers were killed in a head-on, direct collision between a car and a taxi last night. The cyclist was in a collision with the bus. A strong disagreement. There was a collision of interests, opinions, the violent coming together of two or more moving objects, such as vehicles. The collision involved a pickup truck and a car collision, an accident in which two vehicles hit each other. Injuries from rear-end collisions were down, which could mean more than $45 million saved on accident damage per year, collision damage. So, we're going to be talking about this other word, which is collide. So, collide is hit with force when moving. She collided with someone. Similar, crash, into, bang, into, bump, into, come, into, conflict, or opposition. In his work, politics and metaphysics collide to come together with solid or direct impact. The car collided with a tree. Two helicopters collided. Clash. Colliding cultures. Science and religion collided in the court. Two football players collided on the field. Collide means when two things bump into each other, same as in collision. That means the same thing. Collide is the same meaning. Collide means to come together. The two objects are known to collide with one another. Collide means come together. Collide, hot with force when moving. Hit. Collide, hit with force when moving. Two cars collided with each other on the highway. Two cars collided, like bam, bam, right here. Boom. Two cars collided. Means that they bang into each other. Collide is similar, which means it already happened. Collide means when they bump into each other. Collide means to hit with force when moving. The cars collided in the accident. See? The cars collided in the accident right here. In the accident. Right over here. That's the accident right there. Two cars collided in the accident. Just right there. Just where you see it. Right there. A car collided at door 89 of Masjid al-Haram at 10:25 p.m. and the driver was arrested inside the expansion of King Fahad. No one was hurt. Alhamdulillah. That's a strange name. Wow. And there's a song called I Really Don't Care, sung by Demi Lovato. And she sings, but even if the stars and moon collide, I never want you back into my life. You can take your words and all your lies. Oh, 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 I really don't care. But even if the stars and moon collide, I never want you back into my life. You can take your words and all your lies. Oh, 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 I really don't care. Collide means to impact directly, especially if violent, to come into conflict or be incompatible. If people or things collide, they crash into each other. The two trains collided about a mile outside of the city. Collide with the truck collided with a row of parked cars. Collide means is to hit or to crash into something, to find it impossible, to agree about something, collide with. It was the first time she had collided with Gordon's mother over babysitting. If ideas or beliefs collide, they are very different and do not work together. His religious beliefs often collided with the realities of his life. To meet or come together with something that is very different. They lived in different worlds, which had now collided. Clash, jar, collide. Verb. Be incompatible. Be or come into conflict. These colors clash, collide. These colors clash, collide is a verb. Cause to collide. The physicist Physics. The physicist, I don't know how to pronounce that. Collided the particles. Collide, clash, verb. Crash together with violent impact. The cars collided. Two meteors clash, collide to impact directly, especially if violent. When a body collides with another, then momentum is conserved. Tibet collided with the modern world. Collide means to strike or dash against each other. To come into collision, to clash as the vessels collided. Their interests collided, collide, to strike or dash against. Collide, to dash together, to clash. Collided, colliding, collision. State of being struck together, conflict, opposition, clashing, collision. Mat, a mat for covering a hole in a ship's side caused by a collision. I don't think there is any reason for the sides to collide. As we are not fighting the same enemy, I assume that we will be very careful, and so will they. Collide means be incompatible, be or come into conflict. These colors clash, cause to collide. The physicists collided the particles. Okay. Let me get a pronouncer.
Physicist.
Oh, physicist. Cause to collide. The physicists collided the particles. The physicists collided the particles. See?
Physicist.
I go on my phone and it's helping me to pronounce. See? Physicist. Right here. See? That's how I go on it. Right here. See? And you press this here.
Physicist. Physicist.
You press this audio right here. That's how you know. You can just listen to it. Number 1, crash, clash, meet head on, come into collision. 2 trains collided head on early this morning. Conflict, clash, be incompatible, be at variance. It is likely that their interests will collide. Collide is to come together or come up against with force. Collide, to strike together, usually accidentally, with great force. The cars collided in the fog. The van collided with a lorry. Alright, folks, that's it. The lesson is over. Hope you guys enjoy the lesson. See that? Those 2 cars right here collide. Boom. Right here and boom. Right here. Boom and crash. Accident happens. See you later, folks.